Well, for more on this, let's bring in Isabel Hilton, founder and senior advisor of China Dialogue, who joins us live from London. Isabel, thank you very much for your time. Now, what's this about? Take us through the security concerns in more detail here, please.
Well, as you mentioned, there are two aspects really. One is about influence. There are millions of users of TikTok in the United States, and it's an election year. These users are very young, and that it's quite clear that TikTok could be used to deliver influence directly, politically, in the United States. But the other issue is the data collection. And that's the one I think that the national security concern is really about, because TikTok does collect data. It collects data from users, but equally, ByteDance has been identified by some US security firms as collecting data from websites through pixels. So when you go on a website that you trust and you enter, for example, your bank details, that leaves traces on the website. That's fine if it's your bank. But ByteDance has been accessing this material, and this allows them to build up a picture that could be very threatening to individuals. It allows them to identify people. It allows them access, if that data were to get into the wrong hands, to use it for blackmail or any other nefarious purpose. And ByteDance's claim that it operates entirely independently from the Chinese government is difficult to sustain, given that the Chinese Communist Party insists, if you have a business in China, if you are a Chinese business, that you have a party cell inside the business, whether you want one or not. And as you said, the national security law mandates compliance. And on top of that, ByteDance itself has a history of illicit use of data involving American journalists. It spied on American journalists in order to try to identify some sources. Now, that's not something that a company would need to know. That's something that a national security agency would be interested in. So I'm afraid ByteDance's case is pretty thin.
And Isabel, there have been previous efforts by American authorities to limit access to the app, citing national security risk. Where do former President Donald Trump and Joe Biden stand on this?
Well, President Trump, you may not be surprised to learn, has been inconsistent. He's very, his rhetoric on China is very strong, and he had previously claimed that TikTok was a major security risk and that, of course, he would limit it or ban it. But now he's noticed that in an election year, there are a lot of young voters here. So he has pulled back from that position, and he claims that banning TikTok would assist Meta, which he dislikes even more. So there's now confusion in the Republican ranks because of Donald Trump's change of position as to what they should do. But most Republicans remain, I think, concerned about it. The problem for Joe Biden is that his campaign is actually on TikTok. He has said that he will sign the bill if it gets passed by the Senate. But that's going to leave him exposed to attacks from Trump, who will accuse him in an election year of taking away something that a lot of American users are very attached to. So it's a bit of a no-win situation for President Biden. And Donald Trump will say whatever, suits him most at the time.
Indeed. Isabel, thank you very much for your time. Isabel Hilton, speaking to us live there from London.